Alright boys, we are back and it's finally time to start our last year with our Tampa Bay Lightning. That's right, it's been a great dynasty so far, but it's time to head into year 10. Alright, with our team, we've already made all the trades that we wanted to. We have our lineup the way we want to, but now I have to go and edit the lines, alright? Just want to make sure that all the right players are on the NHL team. We have Subban as our #1 starter. Bernie Mac has been traded to the Florida Panthers, so hopefully he doesn't come back to bite us in the ass, all right? Jacobson's going to be our backup on our NHL team, and Daig is going to get all the starts on the AHL team. All right, defensively, we have Hedman and Ekblad we picked up, right? So these two guys are going to be spread out. I'm not going to play them together. All right, Fenske's going to be on the first line. We got to figure out who's going to play with Ekblad. It's going to be Bisson, Webb, or Pody. All right, there's our defenseman. And then our forwards, Ilyuk and Lemieux. Left wingers, Little, Hendry, Richie, Golden, yep, and center Stamkos, Lofthouse, Seguin, the Nuge, Braden Shen, and Granny Smith. We don't need Payne. Send Payne down. Let me just see if I can. Yeah, okay, that's everybody. All right. So we've got everybody on the team that we want on our NHL team and AHL team. So let me just go best lines now. For the longest time, I've been seeing the same thing with this first line because I want to keep the lines the same as last year. Remember, our first line, all point-a-game players pretty much. Our second line, they were all over 60 points. So, and Seguin was over 70 points. So I want to keep our first and second line the exact same, all right? And the way they looked last year was like this. Lofthouse, Little, and Stamkos. And then the second line, it was Seguin in the middle, the Nuge on the right, and Granny Smith on the left. All right. Third line was Nick Ritchie, Braden Shen, and it was Harper last year. It's going to be Hendry this year. Hendry is what, a left winger, I think. Yeah, he's a left wing sniper. Yeah. And he's perfect for the third line because he's got a great defensive category as well as a sniper. So Ritchie, Hendry, and Braden Shen. And then the third line, our fourth line is going to be Ilyuk, Lemieux, and a Golden. How good was Ilyuk's faceoffs? 88. Lemieux had the other best faceoff. His is 85, so yeah, that's perfect. Ilyuk can be the center between Golden and Lemieux. So look how Golden and Lemieux turned out, boys. The grinders that I signed, I don't know when I signed them, but by year 10, they're 84 overall grinders. Not bad back there, not too bad. All right, so here's what the lines were looking like last year. Insert Hendry instead of Harper. That's pretty much the only difference that we have, okay? So a lot of you guys are saying, you know, if you want Stamkos to be a 50-goal scorer, since he's a right-handed player, you got to put him on as a shooting wing, on the left wing. All right. I don't think that'll make a difference, but for one season, we'll do it. We'll put Stamkos on the left wing. Even though Len Little is a natural left winger, we're going to put Stamkos on the left wing. Let's see if it does anything. Now, watch. He'll probably end up scoring 50 goals, and it'll probably just be a coincidence, but we'll just do it, all right? Second line, I'm going to leave the same because last year's second line was great. Granny Smith and the Nuge both had, I think, 64 points, and Seguin had like 71, so I have no problem with the second line. Third line, we're going to keep the same, and then the fourth line, all right? So that's the only change we're going to do. Hendry instead of Harper, and Stamkos and Little switching positions, okay? That's offense. Defense, Victor Hedman, we're going to keep the same with Victor Hedman and Fenske on the first line. Then Ekblad. What handedness is he? He's right-handed, so yeah, he can play the right side. That's fine. Fenske and Hedman, then it's going to be Ekblad and Bisson, Pody, or Webb. Let me see. Let me see who can play alongside of Ekblad. All right, so Bisson is like strictly your defensive defenseman, so he could replace Bowen on the third line. So who should come up and play with Ekblad? Gary Pody. Not a bad offensive category. All right, we could play him or put Webb in there because he's just overall good in every... Yeah, I think I'll put Webb in there. Yeah, I'll put Webb in there and put Pody on the third line. And Pody can have some power play time, all right? So it's going to be Webb and Ekblad, Fenske and Hedman, and Bisson and Pody. All right, so we got two young studs again on defense. Take out Ekman-Larsson, and we put in Ekblad now. All right, pretty much. And Hedman is still there. Power play, I'm going to keep the power play lines the exact same as the 5-on-5 lines. All right, so Stamkos, Little, and Lofthouse on the first line. And then Hendry, Seguin, and Nuge. No, instead of Hendry, we're putting Granny Smith in there. All right, and the power play lines, Ekblad and Hedman, I'm going to keep these guys split up. All right, Fenske, he's going to go in there because he had a good offensive category. Yep, he is. And Pody, I think, had a better offensive category than Webb. Yes, he did. So Pody's going to get the chance on the first line with Hedman, and then Fenske and Ekblad on the second line, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm going to put Fenske on the first line with Hedman and Pody on the second line with Ekblad. All right? Four-man power play, Lofthouse and Stamkos. All right? Fenske and Hedman. Yeah, there you go. And then the second line can be Seguin and the Nuge, and Pody and Ekblad. Yeah, Seguin and Lil. No, I'll put the Nuge in there. Actually, no, I'll leave Len Little in there. Len Little had better stats. Yeah, I'll give Len Little. He's 94 overall now. Penalty kill. All right, so last year's problems, we got to rectify them right away. We got to have Lofthouse in there. We got to have Nick Ritchie in there. We got to have Braden Shen in there instead of Ilyuk. All right, Braden Shen. And who else was on that third line? It was Nick Ritchie, right? So then Lofthouse and Tyler Seguin are two centers. Yeah, because Seguin had a really good defensive category. Yeah, he did. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to leave Seguin in there. But Nick Ritchie, I want taking face-offs on the second line. It can be Lofthouse and Braden Shen and Nick Ritchie and Tyler Seguin. And then the penalty kill lines can be Hedman's going to be on the first line with Bisson, sure. And Ekblad with Fensky. Actually, no, let's keep Fensky and Hedman together. Because these guys are playing together pretty much on the power play 5v5 and penalty kill now. Why not? Let them get some potential going or some chemistry going there. All right, so Hedman and Fensky. Yeah, and then Ekblad and Bisson down here. And put Ekblad on the right. There you go. And three-man penalty kill is going to be Ritchie and Lofthouse. All right, actually, no, Ritchie and Shen. There you go. And Shen can have the first line. All right, so there you go. Shootout's going to be Stamkos, Lofthouse, Granny Smith, the Nuge. No, we'll put Len Little in there instead of Granny Smith. And then instead of Braden Shen, we'll put Tyler Seguin and the Nuge. There you go. All right, so Stamkos, Lofthouse, Little, Seguin, and the Nuge taking our shootouts. And extra attackers. One can be Lofthouse. I want guys with really good defensive categories with offensive categories. One can be Lofthouse, and one can be Braden Shen back there on the third line. All right, Braden Shen and Trent Lofthouse. Okay. Jordan Subban, he's getting 82 starts this year. We're not even going to give Jacobson a chance. He's not a goalie of the future for us, all right? We signed him free agency, I think, CB minus C, all right? Just a backup of the future. Not a backup of the future, a backup for this year for us, all right? So there's our offensive lines. We're going to go in a few months with those, and let's check out Norfolk. I'm not going to edit the lines because it's the last year, whatever. We'll just go best lines here. Actually, I'm going to move Erickson up to the first line and Heatley up to the first line. A pair of first-round picks for us. And that Germain guy, all right? And that's pretty much it. Volpetti, you can move up instead of Panic. Piero Zobatel is still on our team somehow. Whatever. And then the defense, Jeff Schultz and Method. I don't know why they're on our team. Filatrout's still on our team. Whatever. It doesn't matter. All right? It doesn't matter about... And Dag is going to start every game for us down there. All right, so there you go. There's our line changes. We are good to go, boys. I don't need to do a scouting report because I'm not doing any of the drafts this year. I'll leave the scouts to scout them themselves. All right. Actually, you know what? I'll just do a scouting report, whatever. Scouting report, just in case there's a franchise guy out there. I just want to see if there was a franchise guy. A golden guy. All right, so there's no franchise guys, it says. But remember, Len Little, it didn't say that Len Little was a franchise guy, and he pretty much was. So we'll go top 5 this guy, a Golden. Maybe it's a Golden's younger brother. You never know. Alright, so there you go. Alright, so we pretty much have done everything. Yep, I want to start the regular season simulation. We'll do a few months here. Let me just check out the team reports to see. And we're still a 100 overall team, alright? So still looking good. Yeah, so even though we're completely rebuilding here, I mean, we're still going to be a very competitive team this year. Absolutely. It's just the old school dynasty is gone, right? So before I start the simulation, I almost forgot. You guys, I can imagine you guys saying behind your computer screens right now, turn injuries off. Turn that crap off. There you go. The injuries are off, all right? So hang on. Going to go for a sip of my water. Hang on one second. Ah, yeah, very nice. All right, so let's start the season simulation here. Let's go up until the beginning of November, right? We don't have to skip any, we don't have to just skip 2 games at a time this time because win or loss, draw, doesn't matter. Subban is getting every single start this year for us. All right, Bernie Mac had a few, I think in years like 3 and 4 and 5 maybe, where he started every single game. So now we're going to give the chance to Malcolm Subban, Sub-Zero, all right? And we've yet to win 60 wins in a season, so maybe this could be the year that it happens. If Sub-Zero, you know, because all of our eggs are in his basket right now, so he knows he's the starter. There's no one creeping over his shoulder now. Jacobson, I don't think so. It's all Sub-Zero. Salary cap compliant, yeah, we're compliant. Don't worry about that. Waivers, yeah, don't worry about that. All right, so let's start it off here. Yeah, continue. All right, so we were pretty good in the preseason, and we win our first game in the regular season against the Florida Panthers. Probably Bernie Mac versus Sub-Zero. We win 2-1. Very nice. Yeah, that was a big game right there. Second game against Washington. We win 7-0. All right. Yeah, watch this be the year that Stamkos gets like 60 goals, man. Just watch. He's already got 3 goals. Swear to God, man. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter because I know I've put him on the left wing before. All right. And I know it doesn't matter because when I talk to the developers in Vancouver, that stuff doesn't really matter, right? Unless you put someone on defense. But having a right-handed player on the left wing, it doesn't matter whatsoever. All right, so hang on. Let's see what happens. Man, we're 6-0 though. All right, come on, boys. I'm not gonna. Oh my God, Dwight Hamilton. Let's see if this guy's a prospect. 25 years old. No, we don't need him. Don't need you. All right, we're 7-0. Just keep it going, boys. Just keep it going. I don't want to say anything right here, but I gotta. There you go. All right, so we lost our first game, 7-1. All right, took 8 games to lose a game. Scouting assignment. Yeah, we'll send him back out. Why not? What was the forwards OHL? Yes, it was. All right, forwards OHL 6 weeks. There you go. All right. How many more games do we have? We have 3 more games left in the first month. Just don't lose them all. Let's not end the season. End the month 7-4 after that amazing start. There you go. After a loss, you got to come back with at least 2. Oh my God. See, after that amazing 7-0 start, you lose 2 in 3 games, and all of a sudden 8-2 doesn't look that good. 9-2, all right. But it just, you see what I mean? A few regulation losses that just destroys your record. So 9-2-0 to start off the regular season. Stamkos has 8 goals on the left wing. Oh my God, I can already hear it now. All right, goals against average. Sub-Zero is leading the league. Save percentage. Sub-Zero is leading the league. Very nice. We don't really have to look into points and goals yet because we're so early. We're not even leading the Eastern Conference, though. Philly's still in first, all right? So let's check out our team stats. I don't have to check out our player stats. We'll do one more month. All right, and then we'll check out all that stuff. Let's just check out our team stats right now. Goals for per game. Remember last year we were first in the NHL, I think 3.45 or 3.5 or something like that. So we're still hovering around where I want to be. Ottawa and Philadelphia are scoring so many goals per game, but that'll come back down. Don't worry about that, okay? Hang on one second. I got to blow my nose. Oh, that's much better. All right, so Philly and Ottawa, they're going to come back down to earth. Don't worry about that. As long as we're doing what I want to do and we're scoring enough goals, so I'm happy with our goals for per game. Goals against per game, we are first in the NHL, so Sub-Zero is really stepping up, and maybe Ekblad making our defense better than last year. Absolutely, all right. Power play percentage. All right, so finally our power play, unlike last year, our power play is actually clicking way above 25%, 32.3%. I expect that to go down, but still, we're top 3 in the NHL, so that's good compared to last year. And penalty kill, all right, so our penalty kill could be doing a lot better, all right, and we're still first in the NHL for goals against, so the only goals that are going in are penalty kill goals. So we'll go another month and see if that number goes up a little bit. If it doesn't, then we can work on our PK lines a little bit, all right? Maybe, possibly, but I like the way our team's playing right now. 9-2-0, no problem with that. But remember, 1 month you can never really tell, all right? Because, again, we could lose 3 in a row right now, go 9-5, and all of a sudden be a basement team. Looking like a basement team anyways, with basement stats, all right? So let's just see what happens here. Yeah, see, we lose 6-3, and that'll hurt our goals against average, especially, all right? So, yeah, see, it's still too early to really look at the stats and tell who the best teams in the NHL are right now. We're still 11-3, so this is what I mean. We're not gonna. We did have technically a rebuilding year with a dynasty going, but still, we have a slick team out there. You don't need 2 goalies, right? We only have 1 goalie now, but he's still a stud of a goalie, right? I mean, we got used to having 2 amazing goalies back there, and you lose one, you think that you're going to be at a disadvantage, man. With injuries off during the regular season, it may come into maybe a problem in the playoffs if we lose Sub-Zero due to an injury, but during the regular season, I mean, Sub-Zero is good enough. He can hold down 82 games, man. Absolutely. All right, you see what I mean? This month, a few losses here and there. All of a sudden, 14-6, not looking too good, right? Absolutely. Let's continue. It's almost December 1st. Yeah. Let's continue here. There's another loss. You see 14-6-1, 14-7. We're just at a 2-to-1 ratio right now. So, yeah, see what I mean? Nice start to the season, but we did come back down to earth. Absolutely. There's another loss. Yeah, 2 in a row now. All right, this would be the time where I put Bernie Mac in there. But that's okay because we're going to look at the stats. We're going to see what's going on, all right? Chris Dreger, goalie, young goalie. No, we don't need him. No, just salary. Don't need him. Alexander Gauthier, let's see, 26 years old. No, we don't need him. All right, one more game. Let's see what happens here. Can we go off on the second month? Yes, we can. All right. All right, so again, a very good record when you look at it on paper. 17-7-2. I mean, that's a good record. We're going to be competing for #1 overall in the NHL, but it's not a 60-win record, all right? We already have almost 10 losses, if you include the overtime losses. We should be hovering around 30 wins already with 10 losses if you're going to be a 60-win team. So we're below a 60-win ratio, but that doesn't matter, okay? So goals against average, Subban is still oh my God, he's killing goalies too. 1.72 for goals against. Save percentage, he's 5th with .930, so Subban's doing his job. Wins, yeah, he's up there. Points, Len Little is not leading the league. 5th overall in the league with 32, Lofthouse 31, Stamkos 31. So once again, those three guys just seem to all click together. I really like that first line. Assists, Len Little is 3rd with 22. Goals, Stamkos and Lofthouse are tied with 14 each. Very nice. Excuse me. Eastern Conference, so we're still not in first place. The Ottawa Senators with 39 points. And we're actually 3rd in the NHL behind Ottawa and Calgary. All right, so that's how the NHL is looking right now. Let's quickly take a look at our player stats and our team stats, see who's producing for us, all right? So once again, the team stats, goals for per game, it dropped a lot. All right, we stopped scoring goals. We're not above 3.5 anymore. We're not even above 3.25, so our goals for have definitely got to improve, all right? Goals against, we're 1st in the NHL still, so good job, Subban. Power play percentage, so our power play percentage definitely took a hit there, which probably hurt our goals for, all right? So our power play took a hit, and our penalty kill actually got a lot better. Our penalty kill, so our power play and penalty kill did a switcheroo right there. If our penalty kill could click at 84.5% for the whole season, I'd be happy with that number. So our penalty kill is back to clicking, but our power play is stopped, and that hurt our goals for per game. So now, after a second month, our penalty kill and our goals against are looking fine. It's just we're not scoring goals, all right? So once again, it looks like we're too early in the season to be able to be making changes just yet. I think I have to do another month. But you guys can still comment away on the line changes and how we can make them a little bit better. But I think that it's just the simulation right now. I don't think we can make them too much better. All right. When you look at our forwards for stats, Len Little is leading our team with 32 in 26 games, and Stamkos and Lofthouse are tied with 14 and 17 each for 31 points in 26 games. So once again, this first line, they started the season great. I'd say by 82 games, they're hovering around 85 points. All right, they'll come back down to earth a little bit, but that's I love that first line of first overall picks. The Little, Stamkos, and Lofthouse. Those guys are great. Our second line, Sagan, the Nuge, and Granny Smith. Sagan, again, he's doing good. The Nuge and Granny Smith are trailing a bit, but they could turn that into 60-point seasons still. All right, so our second line is doing fine. Our third line, yeah, Hendry's not really not doing that good. Our third line could be doing a little bit better to help us out with some depth scoring, but what are you going to do, right? So there's our offense. Defense looks like this. Fensky, Hedman, and Ekblad. All right, so Ekblad's not really getting too many points, but they're all plus players. All right, so that's good. And then goaltender, Subban started every single game, 1.72 and a save percentage of .930. So technically, our team is looking fine. I have no problem with our team. It doesn't look like we're going to be a 60-win season this year, but that's fine. All right, our team is still clicking like a President's Trophy winning team. All right, so let me know any changes, but I still think I want to do a few more months of simulation and really hammer down which stats are not doing good, because right now they're fluctuating all over the place. All right, it's too early in the season. All right, boys, so in the next video, we'll take it to trade deadline. All right, see you there.